What is up, everybody? Welcome into the Losers Lounge. And first Losers Lounge in quite a bit. We are live from the Toyota Losers Lounge. And of course, we're presented by Bet365. Use the code DNVR365 when you sign up and download the app. Bet $5, win $200 in bonus bets with Bet365. Really tough one tonight. The Nuggets fall 110-87 to the Charlotte Hornets in a game that I've watched a lot of Nuggets games over the last 10 years, 9 years covering this team, man.
Have you?
It's going to be tough to find a worse watch than that last 48 minutes was. That was really, really bad. But was there a silver lining that came out of it?
That we all got through it together.
Yeah, dude. No one got hurt, and it's over.
There might be one more, which we will be discussing. I'm Harrison. I got Brendan Vogt with me.
Hey, man. They were due for that. Doesn't mean it was fun to watch, though. If you're watching this Losers Lounge, no one can ever take your Nuggets fandom away from you. Oh, man.
The people in the chat right now, the sickos on the watch along, the sickos in the chat, the absolute real ones. Never been any more real one than you guys. Superstar Dev also here.
I just cannot believe that we had to go through that. We endured that as a family, as a unit.
Yeah.
And I'm so happy that it's done.
Look, man, this is what you sign up for. This is the NBA season. Some nights you get the -7 game in Philly. Other nights you get this blowout loss to the Hornets. That wasn't even close from the beginning. Let's go to our fast breakdown. This is going to be a really quick one. Then we'll get to our big takeaways. I have 2 notes from this game. Then I just stopped. I have 2 notes. They're both in the first quarter. And honestly, the first note kind of told the story of the game. Kind of, because the Hornets shot 5 of 7 from 3 to open this game. The Nuggets couldn't hit anything. And that was the biggest reason, or one of the biggest reasons, why Charlotte outscored Denver 33-18 in the first quarter. Whew. The other reason, and my second note of the game, Charlotte crushing Denver on the glass.
Accurate.
And that was another big reason why this was an absolute blowout. The Hornets got hot in the first half from 3, tailed off, but throughout really the entire game, crushed the Nuggets on the glass. It was something we talked about in the pregame show coming into this game. Charlotte, great rebounding team, really good offensive rebounding team, and the Nuggets, no Aaron Gordon, the Nuggets sitting him, just to be sure about that hamstring on the second night of the back-to-back. They start Deron Holmes at center. We thought rebounding could be an issue, and it absolutely was. The Hornets out-rebounded the Nuggets 52-29 in this game. 16 offensive rebounds. Most of those were in the first half. And then by halftime, this game was pretty much done. Julian Strawther got hot late. He finished with 15 points. Zeke Nnaji hit some shots in the fourth as well. Bruce Brown got a couple buckets to fall. Overall, though, this was a laugher for pretty much most of the way. Charlotte just outclassed Denver, out-executed them, was the better team from game 1 or from minute 1 to minute 48 in this one.
No doubt.
Really no way to sugarcoat it. The Nuggets got absolutely smacked in this game. Kind of felt like it might have been coming, though, after all these feel-good wins. But let's go to our Red Hawk Roofing big takeaways without any further ado. Dev?
My Red Hawk Roofing big takeaway is truly my silver lining in this one.
Yeah.
For them to be down 4 starters, for them to pull AG at that point and to not play Jokic for another game. This is how I envisioned every single game going when Jokic got hurt. This is how I thought it was going to be every single time. Yeah. So for them to not experience that until right now, I feel like that's remarkable. There was no rebounding, there was no offensive game plan or execution, and it was just teams coming in and knowing exactly what they were going to do to slow them down, and did. this is what I thought it was going to look like, and I'm glad that I have not seen that. They're due for a bad game.
Yeah.
It's a good point, man, because this was almost like this was really bad. This wasn't even as bad as the Jokic less losses from last year, some of them,
bad.
or the years prior. But you're kind of right. Like, we thought we'd get a couple of these types of games with Jokic being out, and we've just been fortunate and really haven't. I mean, their worst loss with Jokic out of the lineup so far, that Hawks game.
They tied, actually, so 23 was the margin in both of these games.
But this game was way worse than the Hawks game.
Charlotte had emptied their bench like
this game went to a whole different level.
No doubt.
In bad. Like, the Hawks game was actually a little watchable. This game was over from the beginning. But I think that's a good point, Dev. It is a good opportunity to take a step back and say, we thought this might be how a lot of these games look without Jokic, and the Nuggets have fought in these matchups. They've played resilient. They played inspired. They just didn't have it tonight.
No doubt about it. My Red Hawk Griffin big takeaway is, the rebounding battle. They've won some games when they've lost the rebounding battle. Some games they've won the rebounding battle. At some point, it was really going to catch up with them. Tonight was the night. If you don't know, Charlotte leads the league in defensive rebounding percentage. They are 4th in the league in offensive rebounding percentage. They are 2nd in total rebounding percentage. The Nuggets played without 2 centers tonight and Aaron Gordon. And boy, could you tell. I think the advantage was 61-36 rebounding by the end of it. So it was really bad. I do think it was harder to watch than it was to stomach. Like, the result, honestly, is
we'll forget about this game very quickly.
This is one you can sleep off. I really do. The Nuggets are 7-4 without Jokic. They've held ground in the West. You'd like for them to win every game. Of course, you want them to play better than they did tonight. But that was harder to watch than it was to kind of live with. All that said, the real Red Hawk Roofing big takeaway is they got crushed on the glass tonight. And if you had looked at the numbers coming in, that was not a shock. Charlotte played to their strengths. Denver just didn't have any strengths tonight.
On the season, Nuggets are the 8th best rebounding team on the defensive glass. Since Jokic went down, though, those minutes are without Big Val mostly, too, they're a bottom 5 rebounding team. So that we thought that could be an issue with how good Charlotte's been on the glass. It absolutely was. Duran got 3 rebounds tonight, but, he did not have a lot of physicality or strength in the paint on a bunch of those boards in that first half. Zeke probably outplayed him in this game. He had 5 rebounds.
Yeah, the crazy thing is Duran grabbing 3 rebounds is actually trending up. So
that's pretty good for him, yeah.
I will say I feel a bit bad for Duran. He's not a center, and they have to play him at center right now. They don't have a choice. So I don't say this to be disrespectful, but just like they were throwing him around like a rag doll at times tonight. And
that's what happened. He doesn't have really the strength or the physicality or just kind of the instincts to play that position right now. And, against a Hornets team that's been playing okay as of late, they are 15-27 on the year. It's not like they're a good team, but he was really outmatched.
They're not as bad. They're not as bad as you might think if you haven't been paying attention.
Yeah, especially when they're at full strength. And this was a game that I felt like they were at full strength. Everybody was in that, and they were going against a team that wasn't even close to full strength. To stick on Duran Holmes, you talk about your welcome to NBA moments.
Right.
He has a lot of them this year just because he really is not physically able to compete with the guys that he's going against every single night. And it doesn't help that he's the 5-man with a guy playing pretty much a small forward playing the 4 spot.
Right.
Like everybody is playing out of position. So there's not even the help side there. So it is like a doomed spot for him to be in. But he also is going to have an understanding of I have to get stronger, I have to get bigger, and I'm going to have to prove myself. So this is an important spot for Duran Holmes to learn in. And also I just feel like he's going to continue to work hard to get towards that. So this is a good spot, I would say.
Do you think in a podcast in 10 years, somebody's going to ask him, what was your welcome to the NBA moment? And he was like, man, when I went up against Ryan Kalkbrenner, that dude crushed me.
No, because everybody does. You know what I mean? That's not even not everybody is bigger than him.
Yeah.
There's not many matchups that he's going to go against, especially with him playing starter minutes, that he's going against a big man that's not going to attack him every single time. And these coaches are very smart in the NBA, and also other teams know this is the time to attack them right now. What we have to do is we have to go inside. We have to try to score on them every single time, and he's getting knocked around right now. So he'll be a bit more aware.
Yeah.
And it's good for him to play through it, right? Like it was tough to watch, but what else? I mean, this is one way to get better in the NBA is play through your mistakes, figure out what's not working for you and what you have to improve in.
Yeah. My Red Hawk Roofing big takeaway, I'm going to go positive and
crazy work. But I appreciate it.
I mean, I think this is a legit takeaway. Julian Strawther had 15 points off the bench in 20 minutes.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, he was going against backups, but, he looked a hell of a lot better than most other Nuggets tonight on the offensive end. Hit 2 threes, hit 3 free throws, 5 of 7 shooting, didn't turn it over in 20 minutes. Julian Strawther's had a rough year.
Yep.
He's had another injury, a bad back issue that really bothered him for a lot of the first half of the season. He's had really poorly timed injuries these last couple years that have knocked him out of the rotation or kept him from really establishing himself and getting consistent playing time. He's been pretty much a non-factor this year, but he played his best game tonight in a long time, And again, it was mostly in the second half against backups and garbage time, but maybe this is a sign that he can find a little rhythm. He got to see the ball go through the rim. That's the first step. That for any shooter, for any offensive player, just got to see the ball go through the rim, hit a couple threes, got to the rim, got a couple of those crazy Strawther layups to go.
He loves those.
So we'll see. But for a guy who's had a disaster of a season, Julian Strawther now is below Hunter Tyson on the depth chart.
Right.
That's wild.
And we got to see that in this game.
That's what happened in this game.
He did not come in before him. He did not play as many minutes with them.
And Hunter Tyson shot 0-9, 0-8 from 3.
It was brutal. It was brutal in this one. But yeah, shooters need to see that shot go through.
As a shooter,
just to get himself going and into a rhythm. And he's been playing so bad that it is a bright spot on the night for him to see a couple go. He was knocking down 3-pointers from deep, which you want to see him get back to himself. He looks confident getting towards the rim and, getting bumps where he gets the and one finishes and seeing it go through. And also, I feel like in this stretch, everybody else got themselves going mentally.
That's a good point.
Every single other player did. You had, Peyton Watson had his breakout moments. Zeke Nnaji had a moment at time. Deron Holmes gets his start in the NBA. Like, everybody else got to get themselves going. So it was like, okay, Julian Strawther is by himself in this. So it was good to see him be able to get that. And hopefully it's the end of seeing this many starters out where it's just like, okay, we could trust back into Julian. You know, if you want to spark, you need to see the shot go in right now. It's going to go through Julian. So this was definitely a bright spot.
Yeah. I mean, it's a guy who has had an amazing performance in a game 6 against the best team in the league. So, like, it's less about what it teaches you about Julian and just more it's great for him to see some go down, right? Because I think you guys did a great job articulating, and he's just had a rough year, honestly. And like, if we were to do a stonk report on the year, he's probably trending negative more than anyone else on the roster.
Oh, his stock has dropped, I think, easily by far the most out of any Nuggets player.
Especially when you consider, like you just said,
everybody's stock is up.
And Julian's has been down. So it's something. It's something for him to score, even if it was against backups. Hopefully it helps him in the confidence department.
Julian Strawther this year, do you know how many times he scored in double figures?
Twice.
Yeah, I would say like 3 times.
It was twice before tonight and 3 times including tonight. You guys are right on it. But, for a guy who, again, maybe won game 6 against the Thunder last year in the playoffs, for a guy who, was in the rotation most of the last 2 years, that's kind of wild to see.
Yep.
That he has struggled that much just in the scoring department. But I'm not going to say, he's going to be back now, but, maybe this can be a point where he gains some confidence. I guarantee you David Adams is going to play him a bunch in the next game.
Yep.
He's earned that. So maybe this can be a point where he finds a little rhythm, and maybe the, book isn't closed on Strawther in Denver. Maybe it's not.
That'd be great. I mean, even if it is just you're trying to trade this guy for whatever you can at the deadline because of how everything is shaken out this season, you still want other teams to see it again, for sure. So it matters. And like, Julian is not a guy with no talent, but it has been a season that if you had just watched this season, you wouldn't be high on him at all.
Yeah.
So tonight was something.
Yeah, and then also when it comes to that second unit, there's so many ups and downs. Like there's not really constant with them. So there are going to be times that you need a spark, and especially an offensive spark. He does provide that at times, especially when he's able to shoot the three ball. There's going to be times that the ball gets heavy. You're not going to be able to make every single shot.
Right.
They are going down. Like so many players have been in and out of the rotation that you just have to be ready when your time is called and you're getting minutes. I'm sure that this was like the most minutes he's gotten in a long time. So really, it's like maybe him just working himself back into the rotation and playing shape.
It is, Dev. I mean, he played 20 minutes in this game. He's only played over 20 minutes in one game this year. 22 against the Pacers way back on November 8th. Yeah. Let's take our first break. On the other side, we'll finish up our final notes on this game. We'll look ahead to the Lakers game. Nuggets next game is against the Lakers. That should be an exciting one. We've also got Adam Mars coming up live from Ball Arena, get his take on the game and what he saw in person, all that right after this.
We're proud new partners of Xfinity. There's actually an Xfinity studio in this building now. Xfinity also has a 5-year price guarantee for you. What if you could have reliable and intelligent Wi-Fi, and what if you could keep it at the same price for 5 years? That's the Xfinity 5-year guarantee. Basketball fans know there are very few 5-year guarantees. Once you get that far out, anything could happen. Unless you have Jokic on your team, then you're guaranteed to be competitive for at least 5 years. Imagine Wi-Fi that makes everything in your home work together. I don't just imagine that. I need it. I work in media. Wi-Fi is essential, and I use Xfinity. And this 5-year price guarantee is awesome. You lock in that price that you agreed to for 5 years, right? And sometimes you find a great deal. You sign up for a service. Like a month later, you get an email that they're changing the price. That's what the 5-year price guarantee does. Locks you in at the price you agreed to and unlocks the possibilities with Xfinity. If you want to learn more, you can at xfinity.com. Xfinity. Imagine that. Select plans only. Restrictions apply.
And we're, of course, live in the Toyota Lounge. Toyota's the official vehicle of DNVR as well. And, man, they've got everything. If you're driving in Colorado, if you're elsewhere, cars, trucks, SUVs, check out the Land Cruiser and check out there's 17 different models with available all-wheel drive or four-wheel drive, like the 4Runner. They've also got more low and zero-emission vehicles combined than any other automaker, giving customers numerous choices to reduce their carbon footprint. 16 different hybrid vehicles to choose from, like the Tundra iForce Max Hybrid truck. They've got other SUVs that are awesome, like the RAV4, like the Grand Highlander. No matter if you're driving, in Colorado or somewhere else, city, mountain, whatever it is, man, Toyota, they definitely have something for you. So make sure to visit your Front Range Toyota stores at a location near you. AutoNation Toyota, Arapahoe and Centennial, Corwin Toyota in Boulder, Groove Toyota in Littleton, Mount State Toyota in Denver, Stevenson, Toyota East in Aurora, Stevenson, Toyota West in Lakewood. Toyota is a proud partner of the Denver Nuggets, and it is the official vehicle of DNVR. Let's go places. And with that, let's go to our next segment. We are live here on the DNVR Nuggets Losers Lounge, presented by Bet365. Use the code DNVR365 when you sign up and download the app. Nuggets fall tonight, 110-87. Do you guys have any more notes on this game?
Zeke Nnaji gets crushed for his negative plus minus no matter what the team does.
+9.
+9, baby. +9. Frame it.
How did Zeke... Was his foot really on the line for all of those jumpers?
Oh, my God, you're
I
right.
could have sworn he hit a 3. Box score says 0 of 2.
You're right, brother.
His foot must have been...
Both of them are right there.
Bro,
Right
that little travel jump that he does into every jump shot, he just jumps on the line.
Shout out Zeke. Grabbed 5 rebounds in this game.
In all seriousness, Zeke is their best option at center if Aaron Gordon's not in the lineup. I mean, he's a more reliable, sturdier option than Deron Holmes, so...
I think you're right.
But also, you saying that sentence, like, that goes to show, like, the growth in his game, or at least your belief in him this year, because that was not something that you were thinking. He was a guy that was at the very, very edge of the bench, not getting in games at all. And he was the one that you wanted to have in this matchup. He's grabbing boards. He's working hard. He's at least trying. Like, the effort was there with Zeke. And he had a couple of tough finishes. I like that the dunk that he had when he hung on the rim for a tad bit.
Confident
just
Zeke.
to like go down there and show he could be a force down there. He also has the versatility because while his foot is on the line, he's able to step out and space the floor
And then step in.
shots.
And then
Step out,
back
then
in.
step in.
Step out, and back in.
This was a game, and this is not really just on him or Deron Holmes. The other team knew that they could go inside and attack the entire time. So, of course, you're going to get in foul trouble because they are trying you so much. So, for him to not foul out in those 22 minutes and also Adam and trying to figure out a way to just keep them in the game somehow was good. But Zeke Nnaji, this was a good game, +9. You'll take that.
Absolutely, man. I mean, he had some good moments for sure. Jamal Murray had 16 points in this game, 7 of 12 shooting. He really barely played in the second half.
Yeah.
He looked pretty good offensively, though. I mean, he was hitting, the typical Jamal shots that we've seen him hit during this latest run that he's been on and really for most of the season. 0-2 from 3, really did not get free at all from the three-point line. Turned it over once.
No, and they were doubling him. And then you might see only 2 assists this time. Doesn't help that guy shot 8 of 38 from deep. So that's part of it, right?
Yep.
And I think if Murray had played 35 minutes, he's up around 25
And I think
points
most of those 8 came in like garbage time.
They really did.
I think they all came after he was sitting out for the rest of the game.
Yeah, like if you missed it and you're looking at the box score, this wasn't, what happened to Murray in this game? Honestly,
No.
the Nuggets just didn't have it, and Adelman pulled the plug.
Yeah.
Yeah, this sucked for his whole Jamal star, type of thing.
Sure.
More so because, I mean, the numbers are not going to show what he's really been,
Right.
Down this stretch. This was a game that he was questionable coming into the game, and he kind of forced himself into it. And you love that, the fact that he wants to continue to get out there and play. But also, if there's some time to buy a night off, and this was it, because they weren't winning this game. Like, this was not even to say a scheduled loss. There's so many games, like back-to-back to another back-to-back. That's tough on anybody. So for Jamal to have to go and play in this one, you tip your hat for the effort. But this should have been a game he sat a little bit more in. I'm glad he didn't have to play too many minutes.
Yeah. The only other note, well, I guess 2 more notes. Jalen Pickett played a pretty decent game.
Yeah, he did.
12 and 7 and 5. I mean, just looking at the box score, he kind of balled out.
How did he
34
get 7
minutes.
assists? They only made 32
Well,
shots.
what's hilarious, the way that he got 7 assists, Jalen Pickett starts the game and is playing garbage time.
Right. That's actually a good point.
It's like so crazy.
Their starting lineup did feature, or their garbage time lineup did feature a couple starters, including Pickett.
He's going with some of the toughest players in the NBA, and then the end of the bench guys, where it just gets to get in the flow and get some minutes. I love the fact that he still competes on boards.
Yeah.
And he's the smallest guy out there, and it's not all just straight effort. Like, he really has is strategy. He's
Jalen
I'm
Pickett
not
might be
jumping
the
up
only
there.
player in the NBA that actually boxes out.
Nobody else does it.
Everybody else is just jumping.
Then 7 assists, like really just setting the table. Nobody was close to getting 7 assists besides him on the team. Like, that just goes to show, like, he's still probing, still trying to find something to make it happen.
Yeah. I think we got Adam live from Ball Arena. I can't wait to hear his take. Something good.
I'm so jealous Adam took this game from me.
He better have something good for us.
I can't believe he just took this game right out of my hands.
What's going on, man?
Sorry, Vogt. You don't get all the good games. I got to take a few.
I'll share.
You know what's funny? I was with my daughters tonight, my wife and daughters, and they enjoyed it all the same. So it was actually a good one for them to come to. They didn't seem to care too much that they were down. So let me give you some notes here, because I actually think the post game was pretty interesting from Adelman, and he's so different from Michael Malone. I think we were sitting there talking in the press room today. What would Michael Malone be like after a blowout loss like this, where the energy just looks really low? And Adelman, I think, is much more. He wasn't surprised. I don't want to say accepting, because I think he knows the challenge. But he started the press conference by saying, "I thought we played okay. They played great. We had a really poor shooting night, and then it hit a point where I just felt like it wasn't worth playing the guys heavy minutes." And I think that's really what this game was about. The team didn't have it tonight early. They're on the second night of a back-to-back. They're very short-handed, as you guys were just joking. There was no garbage time. It's the same guys in garbage time that are playing in regular time. And I think he just knew, get Jamal out of there, get Tim Hardaway out of there, who had a big ice wrap on his knee, by the way. And I think he just threw the towel in extra early tonight. And maybe the team went in knowing that that was the kind of night it would be. But there is one important note here from the basketball play. And some of this is my perspective. You know, whenever you go really shorthanded, there's a period before you have a scout on you where teams don't really know who you are and you can catch teams by surprise and do some stuff. I think the scout is out that Denver's really small. And that's really what's going on. And tonight it was all about the rebounding or lack thereof. And Denver was hopeless on the boards tonight. It wasn't even, you know, a ball bounced the wrong way. They were getting bullied all over. And after the game, you know, David Adelman talked about it. He said, I don't think it's Duran. I asked him about Duran Holmes specifically. He says, you know, right now we're just undermanned physically a little bit on the boards. The last 2 nights has just been hell on the defensive boards. Just as a team, we just got to keep talking about it. We'll watch it. We'll figure something out. And he mentioned last game, we were terrible on the boards too, but Aaron Gordon was able to kind of save us on the glass in the clutch. Like Aaron Gordon doesn't fix the problem, but he can fix it for 5 minutes if you're still in the game. And I think it's kind of telling. Jamal Murray was asked a similar question, or really was just asked about the game. He says, I'm not going to lie. I thought the energy was there. I felt like we brought it, but, you know, they were just bigger than us at the moment. I know it wasn't a great first quarter, but after that, we played pretty good defense. They would just get more opportunities, and talked about every time down the court, they got 2 or 3 chances at a shot. Denver never got a second chance. And I think there's something there. I think there's a sense between Adelman and Jamal Murray. There's a sense of inevitability right now about what they can and can't do on the glass, which is a little concerning. And obviously they're holding their breath for reinforcements.
I can't remember a game where the Nuggets, or really any team that I've watched, has looked so helpless on the glass. Like, I think that's exactly spot on what you said and what Adelman and Murray said. They couldn't really do anything. Like, I thought the effort was and energy was kind of there at the beginning. It was just whatever it was, they were just helpless in getting rebound. There was really nothing they could do.
Completely. And Adam, we were just talking earlier. I mean, Charlotte has the second best rebounding percentage in the league. It's a strength of theirs. And it just Denver was just outmanned in that category.
Well, David Adelman pointed out before the game as a concern, but also after the game, that they just won a game by 55 points not long ago. Charlotte's actually really good. Their record doesn't reflect it because they haven't had their guys, but lately they've been winning some impressive games. And Adelman even mentioned that this time of year, energy wins you a lot of games. You look around the league, there's surprising scores. And he mentioned Sacramento's been blowing teams out. He said, if you don't have energy this time of year, anybody can get blown out. And he kind of just talked about Denver. It's hard to have energy when they have so few guys available to them. It didn't come off to me. I know this sounds excuse making. It didn't sound so much like excuse making to me as much more of, hey, this is the challenge the team is facing right now. And, you know, this is what we're going to have to overcome. Quick note, Jamal Murray talked about how much he loved Con Knippel, which was really interesting. You rarely see a player go out of his way to praise another guy. He says, I don't know him personally, but I really love his game. Gave a great quote about it. He says, he reminds me of the way Cooper plays with pace, just real NBA ready, quick decisions, decisive, great paint game off the dribble. Says he's going to be really good. He just was really effusive in his praise, which I thought was interesting. But the last thing, and this is my favorite story from the game. This game was horrible. There's nothing fun, but there's one thing that I thought was absolutely hilarious and on par with the permanent sub. And I don't know if you guys caught this or not. The start of the second quarter, you know, it was weird. They were trying to match Duran Holmes' minutes with Diabate and Zeke Nnaji with Kalkbrenner, and just it was really important for them to do that. Charles Lee as Charlotte knew that. So to start the first quarter, they put in Zeke Nnaji. They have Kalkbrenner in, so they switch back. It was like 4 switches before the ball ever was inbounded. Both teams kept taking their bigs off and switching them, and then the ref just made Denver inbound the ball. Charlotte made one sub at the last second so that they would be screwed. Adelman was furious that they allowed Charlotte. They did not allow Denver, but they did allow Charlotte to make one last sub. So he called a timeout 5 seconds into the quarter and just led into the official. He was asked after the game, and he said, yeah, the NBA has to figure something out about this. In fact, after that timeout, Diabate was standing. They had Kalkbrenner stand under the basket. Diabate was leaning on a chair as if he was not in, and at the last second ran out on the court. It was so ridiculous that they were trying to disguise who was on the court. Adelman was livid about it. all these coaches, man, these new age coaches find the dumbest rules to try to exploit about like hiding who's actually on the court coming out of a timeout. It was so silly.
Aren't they the team that just kind of got blasted for the way they guarded Steph, for it being a bit cartoonish as well in that last game? It's a little gimmicky.
What they do in that?
You know, I actually didn't watch the game. I just saw that a bunch of Warriors sounded off that it wasn't real basketball. So
Yeah.
These coaches they're thinking of galaxy brain ways to game the system. It's so silly, man.
Well, you're a good soldier for sticking that game out, man.
I'll probably forget this game by tomorrow morning.
Yeah, I think we will too.
see you, Mars.
Good luck, everybody.
All right, let's hit our second break. The other side, we will look ahead. Nuggets Lakers coming up, and maybe we'll go around the association as well.
Why not? We have some exciting news to share. We can officially announce that Taco Bell has brought back that iconic quesarito for a limited time. Nuggets fans know all about the quesarito. I'm not going to explain it to you again. You get it. When Jokic was drafted, there was a quesarito on the screen. But did you know that Joker has now officially tried the quesarito?
Yeah, we saw the video. We actually broke the news during a Taco Bell read last week before it happened.
Some good acting from Jokic in that clip. He's a believer, though, they say. So maybe he wasn't acting. They say he's the believer. Also, Taco Bell has brought back the spicy volcano sauce to pair with the quesarito. Take the heat to the next level. Get over to Taco Bell, celebrate the Joker, and pick up a volcano quesarito today. While you're at it, don't forget to grab something from Taco Bell's crispy chicken menu. It could be a taco, burrito, strips. Taco Bell's crispy chicken delivers every time, and with the football playoffs taking full effect, be the hero of the party. Don't forget to pick up a crispy chicken game day pack featuring chicken strips, soft tacos, and Taco Bell's amazing nacho fries. That's a winning combination. Live Moss at Taco Bell.
Also, check out Colorado Soccer Association. If you have maybe a young boy or girl, son or daughter who wants to get involved in playing competitive soccer, Colorado Soccer Association is where they want to be. It's the official hub for 65 soccer clubs across the state, offering programs for youth players, also adult league too, coaches, refs, and families who want to get involved in the game. You can start your soccer journey as early as age 3. That's how early you can sign up kids to play soccer. Whether you're playing for fun, competing at the highest level, or exploring a career in soccer, there's something for everyone. Be part of history. We got the World Cup coming to the U.S. this summer. New NWSL team, the Summit here in Denver. Denver is a soccer city. Colorado's a soccer state. We produce a lot of really great soccer players here. And join up with Colorado Soccer Association. Be the next great player. If you want to get involved, visit coloradosoccer.org to find a club near you and be part of the future of the game. Again, if you got a son or daughter that you want to sign up to play soccer, you want to join an adult league, Colorado Soccer Association, the official hub for 65 soccer clubs across the state. If you want more info, coloradosoccer.org. All right, back here on the DNVR Nuggets podcast, we're presented by Bet365. Use the code DNVR365 when you sign up and download the app. I want to talk about the Taco Bell thing really quickly because we never really talked about it on the show. So they have this whole marketing campaign with Joker, of course. Gets drafted during the quesarito. They put the shirts on at Ball Arena. Then Joker walks into the arena a couple days later with a shirt and a Taco Bell cardigan that says, "I still haven't tried it." Then he finally tries it. It's so funny because, you know, when Nikola Jokic was winning MVPs and it was, oh, is he the face of the league or whatever? There was this hilarious narrative out there that's like, oh, he doesn't have any personality. You can't market him. He's actually incredibly marketable. He has a hilarious personality. And how have people not gotten the message that he's totally down for these bits? The guy came as Gru from Despicable Me for game 1 of a playoff series.
Make it a joke and make the check really big. My guy's in.
The guy dressed up as the Joker before another game 1 of a playoff series. He's always down for the bit. And it's just funny that, like, I feel like some of these brands are so freaking lazy. Like, Nike never figured out how to do anything with Jokic for the last 10 years. They were just like, oh, man, he doesn't talk about how, you know, he's just in it for the grind and how he lives in the lab.
They couldn't even do anything with horses. That is wild. They could have done anything.
I feel like it's so easy. But anyways, the second that I saw, like, him start this thing with Taco Bell. I was like, oh, this is just heading towards him eating a quesarito. I just thought it was really funny.
When does it actually come out? I know that he just had the news.
I think it's done now.
That was all it was for?
Yeah.
He got that bag for that.
He got that bag.
I mean, I feel like it was a pretty good campaign.
I think it was cool. I think that it could have been a little bit bigger. Like, it just ended up with him eating it. They got to keep playing.
They did buy out like the entire arena that one night with the shirts.
There should also be a burrito. I should be able to leave here right now and go get a Jokic quesarito. Like,
it is.
Well,
it
yeah,
is
no,
the quesarito.
him for specific.
Oh, you want him
I want the Joker.
on the menu?
Right,
Wanna
like
go eat
yeah,
the
because they have like
Joker.
the Buffs box. And
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
yeah. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
He did that Hotels.com ad all
he
those
did
years
that
back.
was a
too.
good one,
By the
too.
way, with young
Peyton.
Peyton Watson, who may be getting another commercial one day.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe. Anything else from this game?
No. Bruce Brown did not get 0 points.
No, we can't talk about it. We already just mentioned it. Peyton Watson.
Yeah. P. Watt's probably the last note.
Oh, yeah, we should talk about it.
It was a stinker. It really was. It was a stinker. And while looking at Peyton Watson, so like you could even couple it with Spencer Jones. Spencer Jones talked about it in the last one. The biggest thing about being a good player in this league is the consistency.
Yep.
You're not going to be able to put up these monster games every single time out. Like, he's on a incredible run right now. There are going to be some bad games. Every single player does have these bad games. Some of these turnovers that Peyton Watson had, despicable. Like, he actually has to get better with that. Just take care of the ball and get into it. But I do think there is a lot to waking up as the guy that, people are trying to slow down and stop. You having to put your body through not playing as much as he hasn't played a lot, to now playing every single night, and you could just check me in for 30 minutes a night. That's tough on anybody, and especially a young guy in this league. This was not a good game by any means. He did have some highlights, like the defense was back. He had a couple of blocks in this one.
He had a crazy block in this one.
Pretty good one, but also
3 blocks.
this was not a good Peyton Watson game. Everybody saw that.
Yeah, it was a bit of a regression for sure.
Yeah, and honestly, look, we talked about Peyton Watson's ceiling, and that's exciting to think about when you see a guy put 10 games together like that. There is a difference between a player's ceiling at 23
Yep.
and what's sort of reasonable to expect in a top option role night in and night out. No doubt that this was not a good performance, so that's not an excuse. It's just, like I was not surprised to finally see Peyton go 4 for 12. Some version of this was coming eventually. For it to happen in the Charlotte game kind of makes sense.
Yep. 0-4 from 3 too.
We'll see. The test now is, can he get right back to it? Like Dev said, it's one thing to kind of surprise guys with 20 points per game for a couple weeks. When teams are game planning for you, when teams know what to expect, life is way different as a top option. So, it'll be a good test for P-Watt to bounce back from this. I always talk about what a confident guy he is. He's got to have a short memory on this one and get some shots up in the next game as well.
Yeah. I'll never forget, when Jeremy Grant was here and then went to Detroit and became a number 1 option. One of the first big quotes that he had when he was with the Pistons was like, man, it's so much tougher than I thought it was going to be a number 1 option.
Yep.
You get game plan for every game. The goal of every team that you play when you're in a position like that is to try to shut you down. And yeah, Peyton, rough game tonight. Can't wait to see how he bounces back though.
For sure. I think he's earned like the sustained excitement to see how he bounces back.
Yeah. So this might be a good time to take a little step back. Nuggets 7-4.
Yep.
Right? Without Nikola Jokic in the lineup. Tonight might have been like a little reality check. I think a combination of the matchup, the lack of size, and just the Nuggets' schedule. This was their 4th game in the last 6 nights. Yep. Back-to-back New Orleans, Dallas, which they won, and then the Washington, Charlotte back-to-back. They beat the Wizards last night, lose to the Hornets tonight. It's been a rough schedule, especially with how many bodies they're down, how small they are up front, and they ran into a really good rebounding team tonight that's been killing teams on the glass. But, I mean, when you really look back at this stretch, Dev, this has been way better than we thought it would be. 7-4 without Jokic. We were saying, man, if they could go 500 without Jokic, like we'd be throwing a parade. They're 7-4 right now. A couple just awesome ins. If you think back, the Philly win, their first win without Jokic, incredible win. Second win without Jokic. They beat the Raptors too. What an unbelievable game. They beat Boston. They beat the Bucks. They win in Dallas. They win in New Orleans. I mean, I feel like this stretch has showed us a lot about this team, and it's been much needed. We needed it.
It was an incredible stretch, and it's just been one that I feel like has gotten the team closer and better, and also just did not imagine them being, in this spot. Also, this loss against the Hornets, a bit of a punt, job. You're losing to a team in the East. It did not matter as much. Get your guys ready and rested for that Laker game,
right?
Which means a little bit more to the guys. They won the games that they were supposed to, with the Pelicans, a West, team, the Dallas Mavericks, a West team. So like this was a okay loss. Now it's about getting guys healthy. Now getting guys back, and with this, couple days off and things, you're getting closer and closer to having the reinforcements back. You're going to welcome in one guy each, game, I would assume, and then you get the full roster back here shortly. So this was the perfect time to miss guys, but to also see who you are as a team and dig deep. So I love this part of the season.
And it's not just Jokic. It's Jokic and Jonas Valanciunas and Cameron Johnson in some of these games, and Jamal Murray and Aaron Gordon and Christian Brown, who admittedly has been rough this season. That's a lot, man. It's not just Jokic. It was actually Jokic and his backup and some combination of your key starters, if not literally all of your key starters. And then also Tim Hardaway Jr. So Philly was a decent team. That was a miraculous win. The Boston win is really impressive. That's a great team that was playing great basketball. And I even think played well in that game and just got outplayed by Denver. And if the rest of them are just picking up wins against bad teams, great. That's worth celebrating. They're a half game behind the Spurs now through all of this, third in the West. That's all worth celebrating. I also think Dev made a really good point that they got closer. With the privilege to cover this team and go to talk to these guys, there's no doubt that something different in the locker room kind of swelled as far as the 1 through 15 goes through all of this. And look, it's been more than a feel-good story. They've held ground out west, and that matters. And by the way, they've got a chance to make it 8-4 if they can beat the Lakers on Tuesday, which is a big game.
They've definitely held ground. I mean, if you look at these teams' records in their last 10, OKC 7-3, San Antonio 6-4, Denver 6-4, Minnesota 6-4, Houston 5-5, Lakers 4-6. They have absolutely held ground.
Matters.
In the
matters
West,
a lot
for sure. And I go back to that Peyton Watson quote after that Raptors game where he said their first win without Jokic and their first game without Jokic, where he said, "Look, everybody thinks." We're, what do you say, a lottery team or something like that without Jokic, and everybody's just going to say this win is one lucky win. We know what we got. We're going to go out there and fight. And that kind of set the tone for this stretch. I loved him saying that at the time, and that mentality has kind of been carried over into most of these games for sure.
No doubt.
If I'm looking at the schedule and just talking about Nikola Jokic's potential return, January 27th against the Pistons, I think that's the earliest he might come back. That would be exactly 4 weeks from the injury. Said reevaluated in 4 weeks. I've got to think they've done a little reevaluation since then, or since the injury. Obviously, all the signs are he's progressing well on schedule, if not ahead of schedule. If he does return against the Pistons at home Tuesday, January 27th, that would mean 1, 2, 3, 4 more games without Jokic. We might be close to the light at the end of the tunnel.
And one of those remaining games is against the Wizards, another against the Bucks, who are just in a weird
and the Grizzlies
kind of free fall, and the Grizzlies. So there is still a chance to pick up a few more wins, honestly. So that'd be awesome. And and the news is Jokic is trending towards way closer to 4 than 6, right? As far as this 4 to 6 week thing goes.
Well, it was just 4 weeks.
It was just 4 weeks for him.
Reevaluated in 4 weeks.
Thank you. I might be thinking of Cam Johnson there with the 4 to 6. So some point the Pistons game is a little they're so physical and athletic.
Jalen Duran.
You know what I mean? It's like, welcome
Jalen
back from your
Duran.
extended rest.
Yeah, that's a tough one to come
Go
back
get your
in.
butt kicked. You could wait 2 days and play the Nets on the. When I say your butt kicked, I mean physically, not that Jokic can't perform, of course. You get the Nets 2 games later, so maybe that game. But they're almost there. And I mean, at some point in the in between, right? Does someone come back? Jonas, Cam, Christian. And Aaron's continuing to trend back from a serious injury. So so far they've done their job. If they can just hold out a little stronger for 2-3 more games, they're sitting pretty.
My question with this one specifically is so we've been seeing Cam Johnson work out and get himself back. Why is Vogt not working out?
I think he has done some.
Yeah, but before the games, like like him and Big Val are close to coming back. We did see Christian Brown play. I just thought that they will be working out a little bit more.
Right.
They do come in later, but I wonder if that means anything, or do you think so?
I think it's a good question. Typically how it goes is, when you're really close to returning, you do go through your regular pregame warm up.
I think Cam's close, actually.
Yeah, but the interesting thing is Vogt hasn't done that.
Right.
And 4 weeks is 4 games away. I think maybe that could be a sign that he's not, a return isn't imminent. Like he's not about to come back right now, but also he might just be working out, upstairs or something.
Yeah.
Or
Right.
he might not be doing the typical pregame workout thing.
And it would be such a big thing if Jokic were to warm out on the floor.
Maybe he
he
just
might
doesn't
prefer
wanna-
to do it in private.
Yeah, maybe
Or
he's-
it's going to be another 6-7 games. We'll find out.
Yeah. Are you guys hyped for this Lakers game at all?
Yes, very much so.
Nuggets' next game is against the Los Angeles Lakers. They have a day off tomorrow on Monday, and then Tuesday in Denver, Nuggets-Lakers.
Yeah, I'm very pumped for it. I mean, look, it's going to be
First matchup of the season.
more shorthanded heroics, but
Yeah.
I also think the Lakers are a team that I might get clipped for this. They're susceptible to a shorthanded.
For sure.
They're not doing all the little things.
The Lakers, it's easy to break the Lakers right now.
Yeah, I think so. So I think if that's one of those games where, all right, you kind of punted on the energy tonight, or maybe Jamal might disagree. The minutes even, you punted on. If you come out in that Lakers game like sprinting out of the gates, you've got a chance to overwhelm them and kind of catch them off guard. So I'm really excited for it. Excited to see how Jamal plays in that game.
Yep.
And yeah, every
talk about an all NBA opportunity. If he goes,
If
punch
Jamal goes crazy.
for punch on national TV
Yeah.
against Luka.
it's a great take, Kel.
Yeah. If he wills the Nuggets to a win over the Lakers.
Yeah, and if they lose, I'll change my mind and say I was never excited about it.
All right, should we go around the association? Let's go around the association quickly. Presented by Fire on the Mountain. Couple games going on in the association tonight, Deb. Just a few.
There is a couple of games. First one up, the Rockets win 119-110 over the New Orleans Pelicans.
Boo.
Yeah, that is a boo. In this game, Trey Murphy, 21 points. Zion, 20 points. It's crazy to see Zion every single time we go around the association because he was just not playing
Right.
a lot. So it's good to get him back into playing and whatnot. Jabari Smith had 32 points to lead all scorers in this one, and that's just something that you don't see. He played 41 minutes in this one, so I'm sure that he earned it.
Wow.
8 rebounds, 0 assists, of course. But that's a crazy stat line. Şengün had 21 points. Steven Adams had 10 rebounds.
He got hurt, too. I don't think it's serious, but I think he sprained his ankle pretty bad.
Who was that?
Steven Adams.
Oh, nice. Kevin Durant, 18 points, 8 assists, 6 rebounds. So everyone was kind of getting it up over there. That's a good win for them.
There is some consternation about the Rockets. They dropped a couple games. I think Houston's really good still. They, to me, I think are clearly the third best team in the West.
Oh, clearly over San Antonio to you.
Yeah, I would take them over San Antonio.
I don't think clear.
Yeah, I forgot about San Antonio when I said that, to be honest.
But I get
I
what
was
you're
thinking
saying.
Thunder, Nuggets, Rockets, but I would have them in that order.
Yeah.
If I'm picking teams to make
get
a
it
playoff
together,
run.
too. They're starting to get it together.
Yep.
And then,
next.
sorry, go ahead.
No, you got it.
Oh, just Minnesota. I think a dark horse still.
They've been playing better. Yeah.
been playing
I
better.
still don't really buy it, but they've been playing better.
Just out of nowhere, Anthony Edwards has crazy good games, and then he'll just follow it up with 2 stinkers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you have a crazy good game again, no one remembers the stinkers.
Right.
He's the king of that stuff. It's pretty wild.
Yeah.
The Bulls, they get a win 124-102 over the Brooklyn Nets. And in this game, it was Kobe White that went insane.
Trade me.
Insane. 24 points. He has 7 of 11 from deep. Coming back from injury. He hasn't been playing much this year. Big Vooch has 17 points, 11 rebounds, 6 assists. Jalen Smith had 12 and 10, so 2 double-doubles in the same game. That team is they're rocky. Like they'll do good for a little bit, then they'll do bad.
The Bulls are having the same exact season they've had for the last 10 years.
Just a different order. It started good.
They're 20 and 22. I mean, this is just what the Bulls do, man.
You know what's
They're
weird?
going to end up the 10 seed,
Oh,
win a play-in
They
game,
are
and then
on
get blown out.
perfect pace for the play-in.
They have some good players. You know, I mean, I think like the operation as a whole is probably futile, but like Kevin Huerter can play, Ao can play, Kobe can play, Matas can play.
Yeah, they have guys.
They got
Chips,
some guys.
pieces that they should be using to get other pieces.
Yes, I think you're right
Is
about
what
that.
they should be doing. On the other side, Brooklyn Nets, they're finally being smart. They're resting Michael Porter Jr. just because they don't want to get any wins with him. They just cannot continue to get as many wins as they're getting. They have a clip that went viral right now where he apologized because they're like, we need you to lose. He's like, my bad. It's kind of funny because
I saw that on Instagram.
They actually need that. The wildest part of this game, and some people are going to think it's photoshopped or AI, Cam Thomas had 10 assists.
Wow.
Wait, what?
Oh, yo, send this box score to Springfield.
That's actually shocking.
It just doesn't make sense. He played 23 minutes, 58 seconds, 1 of 6 from the field. So he said, hey, I don't have it scoring tonight. And instead of shooting it every single time, 10 assists, they really were trying to lose this game.
He's also trying to get traded. See, I can pass. See?
Yeah,
That might never happen again. 3 points,
Oh, yeah.
10
You
assists.
got to print out this box score,
Yeah.
frame
it
it.
just doesn't happen. John Morant gets a 126-109 win over the Orlando Magic. This one happened in London. London win. John Morant brought out a bazooka, like not on the plane, but he did bring one
That's
in
good.
and he pulled
I
it
saw
out.
that. Can you get fined for that? Probably not, right?
He's bringing out new weapons. They
Yeah,
told him
he's
no
gone
guns.
from
They said
gun
no
to
guns.
grenade to bazooka.
But if it's just this,
Remember, he used to have the grenade, too.
yeah.
Oh man, he was closing and everything. 24 points, 13 assists. For him, he was a plus 26 in this one. When he's good, he's good.
Well,
We don't see it a lot.
he
but
hasn't played since January 2nd. He's been out for the last 2+ weeks and just comes back and plays well like nothing happened.
and he plays 28 minutes
Yeah.
like nothing happened. It just doesn't make. It really doesn't make sense. Like, if I was a good team, I would stay away from John Morant. Like,
Yeah.
just keep him on those
Yeah,
teams
dude,
where
it's-
you don't have too many wins. Jaren Jackson has 17 points. Jock Landale had 21 points,
He can
8
put it in.
rebounds.
Jock Landfill.
he does that every like 10 games or so. You'll be like, what? What?
I didn't know that Wagner was playing again.
Yeah,
Oh, he's
he just
back?
came back.
He was a minus 20. He had 14 points in this one, but it is good to see him back. 'Cause
Yeah, that's great.
Did you
It just
guys
feels
have
like he never
any
plays.
idea they were playing a game in London?
Barely. Didn't they just do one in Germany?
Yeah, I think these two teams played in Germany. That's
Yeah.
the one I heard about. I had no idea they were also playing in London.
Dude, you want to talk about coaches love to complain about travel inconveniences.
Yeah.
Germany and London in the same week. Get after it.
yeah.
The
Okay,
games
well.
that are still going on right now, the Trailblazers, they're winning right now over the Sacramento Kings. The big thing in this one is Sabonis came back
Oh yeah.
from this one. He did come off the bench. 8 points, 8 rebounds, so not doing too
I
crazy.
think I saw this was the first game he's come off the bench since he became a king.
Which is wild. Russell Westbrook had 21 points, 7 assists. He might be their best player, and that just sucks for everyone else.
I kind of think he's easily.
Is he their best player?
I think he's like their best player.
Yeah.
Yes.
Malik
Probably
Monk,
him or D. Clifford.
Malik Monk has 23 points. Clifford is he hasn't found his footing. He's a rookie still, so
Yeah.
like he still has a long way to go. But for Russell Westbrook to still be doing this is pretty insane. On the
Charge
other
getting
side,
any run lately?
Never.
Oh, okay.
So what?
Just checking in. Just
truly-
checking, man.
He truly
What?
never gets to
Just
be
checking in.
on the court. On the other side, Shaedon Sharp has 27 points. Donovan Clingan has 21 points, 17 rebounds in the game.
Wow.
Advia has 28 points, 8 rebounds, 8 assists. I know for the next few games, just bet the overs on Advia. He wants to be an all-star.
He wants that
He's
all-star
going to
spot.
go crazy
He
in
probably
every
will get
single
it.
game.
He's having just a monster year, man.
just going crazy right now.
26 per game. He averaged 17 per game last year. It's almost a
huge leap.
10-point per game increase.
He's also going to the line and like as much as anyone.
Almost
right
10 times a game.
now.
Yeah, he's being aggressive. And the last
Most drives in the league per game.
last game of the night, the Lakers are winning 94-83. That same Laker team that we're going to see on Tuesday. LeBron James has 22.7 assists. He's still doing this at the age of 65. They're going to remind you all the time. DeAndre Ayton, who really you could just determine, like, based off of the first few minutes of the game, what type of game he's going to have. He's 9 of 9 from the field, 18 points, 9 rebounds. So he's giving them some, a big push. Luka, 8 of 21 from the field, 25 points.
What's going on with Luka, man? Just kind of been a weird year. Like, I'm not going to say he's been bad, but he's not. He doesn't look like who he was 2 years ago.
He doesn't, man. I mean, maybe it's because they have a shitty team around him.
He is averaging 33 points per game.
He doesn't pop the same way he did in Dallas.
Yeah, something about it feels
I mean, the
different.
Lakers are just a really poorly built team, especially for him. Like, him and LeBron are also not good fits together.
And Austin Reeves is like out.
Reeves is out
right.
too.
Wow, right?
Yeah, that's big.
Max Otter, 4th game in 6 days, missing 5 of top 7. Go next.
Absolutely, man. Flush this one, move on, forget about it.
History Channel 5280. Why is Wind in the Losers Lounge? That man is a winner at 1 nugget.
Thank you.
Vogt is now second at 0 nuggets, with the rest of the fellas tied at
Okay,
minus
finally we got some
1
updated
nugget.
standings here.
What are you at, though?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Yeah, but this is not about him. This is about us.
I
He
see.
wants to see who's going to be the loser, on there. So he's choosing it. I get it. I'm starting to understand now.
Jordan C. Denver just ran out of gas. They expended so much energy in those last 4 games to pull out those wins, especially in 2 straight back-to-back
Yep,
sets.
pretty much.
Chad's had a good perspective on this one, I would say. 5-5-5-5-5-5-ish. Funny fact, Zeke was the only positive in the plus-minus tonight. 304 bench three-pointers down, only 251 till 5-5-5. Flush this game down the toilet and never think of it again.
Yes.
What if the toilet backs up, though? Flacco watch. The misery continues on the Little Nugget Show. Watch live at 9:30 p.m. or watch me tomorrow at 2 times speed. I'll sound smart. Free for you, fun for me. Let's roll. All right, brother. Kyle M20. Hey, Vogt.
Wait, do we have a standings update? When are we gonna get the standings update, Kale?
This is the first. This is the first Losers Lounge that it has not been you in probably 2 months.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, he stuck you
Jesus
with all the
Christ.
losses.
You're the loser
dude.
guy.
He stuck you
Jesus
with, and he just
Christ.
gave me this
Loser,
stinker.
buddy.
But
Thanks,
Kale, we
Kyle.
actually do need a standings update next week.
Do we? I mean, I can give one right now, or do we want to like make a graphic?
We
and do a
need
whole
an
thing?
official
Yeah, okay.
standings.
Maybe we'll make a graphic.
Next show, we will have an official Kyle M shout out standings update at the midway point of the season.
The Kyle
Kyle's
says
my,
hello.
my best friend. So
Apparently, it's not mine.
Game Shine says we beat the Lakers and this stinker is forgotten. That is true. That's honestly true.
That is true, man. I mean, there are a couple games like this per season. I mean, this game, I said it at the top, I'll say it again. I have not seen a game where that was over quicker than tonight was in a long time.
It was so bad to watch. Like, as much as we can
Yeah.
live with the result, watching it was just brutal.
It was a really rough one, but these are the trials and tribulations you got to go through in an 82-game regular season. You get some that are kind of like this. You have the highest of highs and the lowest of lows. Tonight was a really low one, but we got through it. We can move on, turn the page, go to sleep, wake up, and forget about it tomorrow. Lakers are coming to Denver. That should be a really fun one on Tuesday. Man, Denver sports, big things coming up, man. Broncos are still in the playoffs. Avs are still rolling. Nuggets, all things considered, in a really good spot in the Western Conference. Any final thoughts?
the next time that they play, because this one is a stinker,
Yeah.
it'll be against the Lakers.
Yeah. I've already forgotten about this game, man.
It doesn't even matter.
I've already forgotten.
We go
Closing the
back to
laptop.
beating the Lakers, and nothing
Yep.
else matters. We're going to be right back to where we're supposed to be.
Yeah, let's go
On
dominate the
top.
Lakers again, man.
On top.
Let's go own them again.
Keep your eyes peeled for Nuggets of the Week. Tomorrow we'll hand out some awards. We'll relive the week that was in Nuggets basketball.
There you go. Everybody that's hanging out with us, hit that like button. You are the real diehards, the sickos. Thank you for hanging out with us on every pregame show, every watch along, every Winners Lounge and Losers Lounge. We really appreciate it. That's why we do it. We'll be back tomorrow. Talk to you guys then.